What up, though? It's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man coming through, swinging through to your local neighborhood. So I decided that I'm gonna be reading some Reddit stories straight from the internet for y'all in this incredibly tight mask. I need to have my boy Spidey make another one for me. This suit is a little something, right? I got my hair. Wait, y'all need to see that? Don't need to be tracking down my secret identity. I got my stuff a little. I guess I should have worn my whole suit. Y'all can't tell who I am. Don't worry about it. I'll blur anything out. It's a little tight. It's a little tight on my dreads back here. A little tight. Wait, I guess that narrows things down more, doesn't it? Don't worry about it. I'm just kind of hype, a little euphoric, you might say. Coming straight out of the theaters, watching my boy Spidey swinging through the city in his brand new movie. I know the residuals are gonna go crazy, and I couldn't help myself. Oh man, hold on, let me take a drink. We gotta cut this out. Take my mask off. Brand new day was spectacular. I'm just hype. So now I figure I'll do a pure Spider-Man theme Reddit reading for y'all. Straight Reddit stories, Spider-Man only. Why? Because I'm the greatest hero. We're the greatest hero. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, every single Spider person, the best hero. It's undisputed. Look at the box office. Y'all, DC, whatever, y'all couldn't do what we do. At all. We're going to go ahead and swing right in. We're over in r/am I the asshole with an H with a post by SuperBia66666. Is that 4 sixes? 4? It's kind of hard to see in the mask. Am I the asshole for snitching on Spider-Man? Yes, you are. So, yes, I know the title of this post makes it sound stupid, but please hear me out. I live in New York, and as you can imagine, we see Spider-Man swinging around fairly often. Normally, it's kind of cool, but tonight, while I was minding my business, watching TV, I suddenly hear this loud "Swat!" against my apartment window. I look over, my entire window is covered in sticky white webbing. I couldn't see out, and honestly, it freaked me out. Between you and I, it's a little translucent, a little silvery. It's not white. It's a little, At first, I had no idea what had happened. I thought maybe someone threw something at my window or I was being targeted by some weird prank. I live on the 6th floor, though, so that was even more confusing. But then I saw a flash of red and blue disappear around the corner, and it clicked. Spider-Man just wet my window while swinging through the city. What are the odds? Now I get he's out here stopping crime or whatever, but this is my apartment. He just left a huge mess, and I had no idea that stuff would come off easily. I tried calling the landlord, but they didn't pick up, so I panicked. Called a non-emergency police line. I figured they might have some way to deal with this kind of stuff, or at least report it in case this keeps happening. Well, the cops show up, and I explain what happened. They kind of just stare at me before one of them says, "Sir, are you seriously filing a report against Spider-Man?" I said, "Yeah, because who else am I supposed to call? What? He vandalized my window." They clearly thought I was wasting their time, gave me some generic advice about cleaning supplies, and left. Now, my friends are roasting me in our group chat, saying I'm the first person in history to snitch on Spider-Man, and that I'm basically J. Jonah Jameson. But I wasn't trying to get him arrested. I just wanted someone to deal with that mess. I pretty much feel like a bullying victim now. So, am I the asshole? Yeah, you are, because my boy my boy Spidey had to go down to the precinct and talk to the boys about this. They're like, "Hold on, Spidey, what are you doing swinging through this neighborhood, man? Leaving messes." They're thinking, playing telephone with the other cops, that one of his impact webs went through your window. And I'm reading over here that he was just swinging through your neighborhood. You should feel so lucky that you only see him swing through your neighborhood once in your entire time renting there. That means you live in a good neighborhood. The fact of the matter that he ain't got to come swinging through your part of the city. You, man, where you live at? What street you on? You on what, 119 doing something? Man, bro, you good. You're good. You're good. Honestly, you should have just hopped on TikTok or Googled it. You would have known within an hour, the webs dissolve. That's how I know that you live in a really good part, like a really good part of New York, because the cops showed up in less than an hour. So the webs were still there. You're panicking, calling your landlord over and over and over. Well, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. And then you call the non-emergency line, and they show up in less than an hour. So that means there's really no emergencies, because Spidey out here swinging around. I'm out there with him swinging around. Spider-Woman swinging around. Spider-Bite swinging around. Spider-Boy swinging around. You know how many of us it is in New York? And the cops able to show up in less than an hour? Non-emergency? And you like, look, my window. Bruh, don't be giving us a bad rap. We just trying to help out. Volunteer heroes. Not like those heroes for hire up the block in Hell's Kitchen. Not like them. They get paid. Me, I go to school, I go to work, and when I get off of work, I come and I save people. Don't make me get all electrified and tight now. Yo, man, where's my mother? Let's read the comments. Top comment by Mystic Scorpion. Yo, ain't you locked up? What you doing with a phone? What you doing with a phone in prison, Scorpion? 3 upvotes. That's how I know you ain't. Scorpion, you got no motion, bro. You ain't got no motion. Oh, he says J. Jonah Jameson. That you? You know what? Super B 6666. Mephisto, this you? Man, I'm gonna run the fade with you when I catch you. I know what you did. I had to talk with a guy named Stan. He told me some things about you. When I catch you, ooh. Let me see. We got another comment by Call Me Big Sarnt. Big Sarnt? I'm not gonna call you that. Save people, stop crime, and a news report of him stopping a train, and you filed a report against the hero? Bro, you know how difficult it is to stop a train? I remember Spidey stopping it one time. He told me about it. This was like some years before I became a Spider-Man. He said he almost died stopping a train, and the train's never on time. He had to stop one? Oh my God. Oh, you know what? And Scarch Harpy got the comment. Read Damage Incorporated. All you gotta do is Google it. If you don't want to use Google, right? Because all the AI going around, all trying on the internet, doing all that, blah, 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 blah. Like we won't whoop his ass again. Just use Bing. All right. R.I.P. Ass Jeeves. All right. Rest in peace. We're over in r/am I the asshole with an H with a post by Brookie99_6. And the O's in the Brookie are zeros. But I'm never that, because I'm your friendly neighborhood hero. You. Am I the asshole for wanting my boyfriend to not call my dad the cartoon man? For context, my boyfriend and I have been together for a few months. Before this, my boyfriend, let's call him Brad, and my dad got into an argument where my dad disrespected him, and I didn't stand up for him because I have a spine of a thin piece of rubber. Well, at least you know that you have a rubber spine. Now you just got to change that. Fast forward to now. We worked together, and we both got off work waiting for our rides, and his friend was joking, calling my dad the cartoon man. And Brad told me he was going to start calling my dad the cartoon man as well. My dad watches anime and such, as he should. He got good taste. Hit him with the rider kick. You feel me? Hit him with the, yeah. And I politely asked him not to call him that because that's still my dad. But Brad said, and I quote, "How can I not disrespect him, but he can disrespect me?" I'm not saying I don't care what he calls my dad behind closed doors, but I do care that it's in my face. I might be in the wrong here, and tell me if I am, but I don't really want him to call my dad that. So, am I in the wrong? I mean, cartoon, man, you guys gotta be kids. I'm curious what your dad called him, but so long as it wasn't anything crazy, it's equal. It's equal. It's not big potatoes, you know? It's little itty bitty potatoes. Little tiny little, you know, not big potatoes. So top comment goes to Ardent Ladybug. In my opinion, this really depends on what your dad did to disrespect him. Obviously, he's your dad, and no one can replace that role. So hearing someone make fun of him, especially a boyfriend, is not cool. But I can understand the funny nickname if he did something truly disrespectful. Either way, unless your dad said something truly heinous to him, your boyfriend should do as you ask because it's a reflection of his respect for you. And even then, it's a bit immature to just call your dad a name, not the asshole. I like this comment. We got any ladybug superheroes on our planet? I gotta give T'Challa a call. You know, he on 5 galaxies, so that might be one of the heroes on one of his planets. You know, one of his galaxies. 5 galaxies, man. Hold on, let me text him right now. I ask him, let me hold a galaxy for one time. Oh man, I gotta take the mask off if I want to use face ID. Man, so that's why I'm gonna switch over. I'm gonna get an Android. You know what? And he's off planet. It says do not disturb. He's in one of those different planets, man. Yeah, he's gonna get back to me. I know he's gonna get back to me. We got a comment from Myriad Guru. Behavior done in front of you, but also behind your back probably means Brad is not very rad. And also sounds quite sad. And won't make you glad. Sorry, but disrespecting your dad means you've been had. Hopefully you'll find another lad. Myriad Guru, are you sure you're a guru and not a poet? I mean, I like the comment. You know, you really, honestly, between me and all you non-mutants and non-mutates, you shouldn't get with anybody who's going to be getting into it with your father or your mother, right? No boyfriend, no girlfriend, no they them friend. No, anybody. Human, non-human, ethereal being coming from another universe, dimension and all that, right? Especially if you fill out the cloak, right? The things that be going in and coming out of him, something different. You have to make sure you get with somebody who is going to be respectful and decent of themselves, your parents, all your family members, so long as your family members are not being disrespectful towards them, because that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. It is equivalent exchange. For every action, there's a reaction, right? It's just the balance in the universe. All things must be balanced, and if they aren't, you go get the Infinity Gauntlet, snap your fingers, and then you got more food. There's not too many people. There's not enough food. So you just get more food. Wait, what was I talking about? What was that? Oh, yeah. So if you know your parents, your family members, your friends are a little wild, not very rad, unlike Brad, then you have to preface that to your potential suitor that you're bringing home to meet the family, to meet these people for the first time, so they can at least be prepped and aware. Not everyone is moving on the same wavelength. Everyone has their own different problems. They're raised in different ways. So long as they're not, so long as they're not thoroughbred mutant haters, like that one guy from Damage Control. You know the guy. Dickhead. When I catch him, it's on sight. Then there's some even ground to be found. Yeah, Let's read this comment by Simple Passenger 8752 because OP replies, "Is Cartoon Man an insult? Sounds like childish rage bait. And looks, like he looked dumb, pretty dumb saying that, to be honest. All right. These guys got to be kids. They have to be." And Brookie replies, "Yes, Cartoon Man is the insult." And Simple Passenger replies, "It was a rhetorical question." It sounds like something a 6-year-old would say. How would anybody honestly find that offensive? He isn't even calling him a weeb or something, which is what people call stereotypical fat nerds who watch anime. I'd be annoyed hearing such a low effort insult. I mean, it's how they said it, the context of what they said. Come on now. MC Fack Biscuit. That's a boring comment. Telling them to take this over to a relationship advice. I'll still read it. I'll say not the asshole with an asterisk. It's a tentative verdict because I'm going to need more info regarding the depths of y'all's dynamic and what was actually said in the argument. And OP replies, "It was kind of rushed post because I made it while I was getting off of work not too long ago. But basically my boyfriend wanted to have a conversation with my dad, and my dad brushed him off and called him a dork." Exact message 8325 drops a comment that I agree with. That's not an altercation. An altercation is what I be going through when Carnage wants to try and get back on my body. That's an altercation. What y'all just had going on here is just like nothing. It's nothing in the grand scheme of the universe. But I'm here to give advice because I'm Spider-Man, right? Called him a dork. I think it's pretty even. Your dad called him a dork, and he called him Cartoon Man. It's just two nerds each calling each other nerds. This oh my god. This is kind of funny. This is kind of hilarious. Okay, we find out that these guys are 17 years old. That's pretty much all it is. Honestly, you should speak to your dad about the way he didn't have make any time for your boyfriend, and you should talk to your boyfriend about not insulting your dad or anybody that you care about around you, because it's just not good for him. It's not good for him. He's not going to be able to keep a girlfriend that way. It's pretty simple. We're over in r/am I the asshole with an H with a post by escape_artist. Am I the asshole for wearing Spider-Man socks to my niece's wedding and threatening to fight her husband when he tried to kick me out? It depends. Were you wearing Superior Spider-Man socks? Because if you were wearing Superior Spider-Man socks, I want to have a word with you. I just want to have a word with you. I'll swing on by, I'll swing on by. Let's see what this post is about. So here's what went down. I, 37 male, wore Spider-Man socks to my niece's wedding last weekend. Full suit, looking sharp. But I swapped out the boring dress socks for something a bit more me. My niece thought it was hilarious. She's always loved how I don't take things too seriously. She even took a picture. Well, her new husband didn't find it so funny. Dude came up to me during the reception and told me I had to leave because I was disrupting the event. I tried explaining that the socks weren't a big deal, but he just kept going on about how it was his wedding too. And I needed to show some respect. At this point, things got heated. I told him I wasn't going anywhere, and if he had a problem, we could settle it outside. Now, I'm not the one to back down, especially when I'm getting unfairly called out. I've been wrestling for over 20 years, and I'm pretty jacked from going to the gym, so I knew I could handle myself if things went down. I didn't want to fight, but he kept pushing, and I was ready if I had to. Luckily, some family stepped in before things got physical. But now my niece's husband is mad, and I'm getting mixed reactions from the family. Some say I should have just gone with the flow. Others thinks he was out of line. Am I the asshole for standing my ground over a pair of socks? Listen. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I can see from my account that I did not get any residual payments recently based upon when you made your post. Unless you got these socks a minute ago, I'm going to say you're the asshole because I didn't get a cut. And since I didn't get a cut and I felt it earlier, my spidey sense went off. I do believe you're bullshitting. I do believe this post ain't real. You coming on here trying to make yourself sound all big and bad, wearing your Spider-Man socks. I don't think you really got these. And you saying you almost got into a fight with your niece's husband on the day that they got married? I don't believe it. I do believe you almost got kicked out of the wedding, if this wedding did happen. Because you kind of sound like a jerk, but I don't, something ain't fitting right. Let's read some comments. Let's read some top comments. Top comment by interesting_wing_461. Who goes around looking at someone's socks at a wedding? I mean, I do. Honestly, I like socks. But unless you're sitting down, I'm not going to notice your socks because your pants legs are going to be, should be, if you got a good fitting suit. And you said you were looking sharp. They should be fitting perfectly in line with your dress shoes. So I don't, And why would your niece be walking up to you, looking you up and down, looking down at your socks and up at you? If your feet were pushed in, you were sitting down at the reception, that means you were at a table. That means there was a tablecloth. That means your feet were pushed in enough while you were eating or drinking or talking. And in turn, your socks wouldn't have been seen. Yeah, you were definitely lying. And Flow Mo Joe Blow comments and replies, exactly. Post sounds fake. They must have spidey sense too. Giznit drops a comment. You're the asshole. You want us to believe a groom got so upset over your socks that he decided to throw you out in the middle of the reception? The socks were simply the straw that broke the camel's back, and you were undoubtedly stirring up some shit. On top of that, let's pretend your story is 100% on the up and up. If the groom asked you to leave, even for a really shitty reason, you should leave. Making a scene at the reception and threatening to tussle with the groom is straight up wrong. You are very much the asshole. As a matter of fact, me personally, I don't think you got that dog in you. I honestly don't. I don't think you can wrestle. And if you could, and my spidey sense went off, and you were at this wedding outside of the reception hall trying to throw hands, THWIP, I would have webbed you up. I would have webbed you up. My spidey sense is pretty on point. I've trained it very well. I'm going through a lot. I was a vampire at one point. I had to get my spidey sense all the way together. I would have known that you were the perpetrator of this event. Spidey sense never leads me wrong. So you're a liar, and you wrong, and you fake about being aggressive. Honestly, terrible. This is fake. You don't need to do this to get attention. Just go outside and be a good person. You don't even need attention for real. Just go out and hang out with some people. Have a good time. Existing. Vibing. Pretty simple. We're over in r/am I the asshole with a post by a deleted user. Am I the asshole for choosing Spider-Man over a real person? Oh, you choose me? I appreciate that. I, 18 female, have a huge Spider-Man comic book collection. It is my most prized treasure for 3 reasons. 1, I love Spider-Man, and I love you too, citizen. 2, reading those comic books were the happiest memories from my childhood. 3, they were a gift from my grandpa. He couldn't read English, could speak it though. So I would read it out loud to him, and we would enjoy the comics together. Oh, that's so sweet. Last year, my brother, 22 male, brought home his girlfriend, 21 male, Abby. Abby is an international student, and she can't go home. She has no other friends and is low on money, so she lives with us without paying. We were never well off, and now our finances are worse because we're paying for a whole other person. Everyone in my family works now, including my younger brother, 16 male. Everyone except Abby. Why? Because college is too busy. However, she's always hogging our Netflix, and our entire page is turned into Korean shows. Despite everyone working, our finances are still bad, and Abby started saying that I should sell my collection. What? Everyone in the family knows why I would never do that and has explained, to which she said I was being childish and comic books were for kids. Yeah, obviously, that's why she bought them. She can't have her childhood memories. Yesterday, our family had a meeting to discuss my mom working longer hours, to which Abby said that she wouldn't need to if I just grew up and sold my comic books. I interjected that my mom wouldn't need to if Abby actually paid us rent.
Leave me alone.
Give me rent.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
This angered her and caused a fight. And she ended up crying and said she was going to leave the house and start packing her bags. Okay, so you're going to make things cheap for us again. I appreciate that. This morning, my older brother told me to apologize. Apologize? He said she didn't have anywhere else to go and I should be more considerate. I didn't care. He looked me in the eye and asked if I was really going to choose Spider-Man over a real person. Am I the asshole for choosing Spider-Man? You're not. I appreciate you. Thank you for reading my comics. Everyone. Matter of fact, here, we're on the air now. You see these? I took the last little bit of the dollars I had and I went to go see Spider-Man. Brand new day. And I got me some Funko Pops. Not only did I get me some limited edition Funko Pops, I got me a limited edition THWIP popcorn bucket with the drink attachment. You see this? If I had some popcorn, I'd give y'all some popcorn. But I'm broke. So there's nothing wrong with taking your money when you have it and getting some things that you enjoy in life, because there is not enough enjoyment. The realities are that everyone who is of able body, able mind should be working. With great power, there must also come great responsibility. Since Abby is an international student, she should be bringing to the table money for the place that she lives in. She was given the benefit to be able to come to wherever you are, in whatever country you're in, whatever college she goes to, and get the education that I believe that she personally wanted because she applied to go there. So in turn, depending on whatever she got going on, she should be making some money, right? She should be making some money. I'm actually curious. Since she's an international student, shouldn't she be able to live in the dorm? Did she just want to move in with her boyfriend and just play house when y'all poor and the kids gotta go to work? What? No. I don't understand. Let me read some comments. Ooh. Top comment by Shozure. My Japanese was rusty. With 8.5K upvotes. Ooh, they got some motion. Not the asshole. Tell your brother that he can sell off his stuff if it's so important to him. Abusing your girlfriend or your responsibility. If she's old enough to go to college in a different country, she's old enough to get a job and pay some rents. Also, change the doorknob on your bedroom to one that needs a key and keep it locked. Abby sounds like she's the type of person to steal your stuff and sell it behind your back. And here's the reality of things. If these books are from your childhood, then you were a child. And if you were a child, that means you were moving, reading, and enjoying yourself like a child. These comic books are not in good condition. And you're 18. With how old this post is, that means that those books aren't really worth anything. You aren't 43, and these books are from 30 years ago. And this post is from 15 years ago. So that means the books are over 45 years old. No. These are books that are barely 10 years old. No. We've had like 2 retcons in the universe. One of the evil Reed Richards then brought my universe back into existence. Those comic books are worth something, not the ones you got. You don't even got my original run. You don't even got my original comics with how old my comics. No. Do not sell your childhood memories, because once you're an adult and you have your own kids and your kids are asking you, hey, let me see some of the stuff you got. Hey, what's going on? Show me. You won't have any of those things. And all you're going to have is bad memories, because it's going to be the most recent memories of you selling them or getting them stole by some random girlfriend that didn't stay with your boyfriend. She's an international student. She got like 1 more year, if not just a semester before she graduates. She's going back home. And if she gets a visa, she's going to have to move somewhere to work. She might not even stay wherever you at. It's a work visa versus a student visa. They got rules. OP replies to Shozure. Shozure. So it's 3 syllables. I just don't speak Japanese. I took it in high school, though. I didn't even think of this. It's currently showcased in our living room, but I think I'll move it into my room. Thank you. Oh, it's showcased. Juliet X 1984 says, in a lockable trunk or cabinet. It's sad, but there are way too many stories of people on here coming home to find their prized possessions sold or smashed. And it's a possibility she might destroy them too. Oh my God, that would be atrocious. Not the asshole. Abby gets a say in household finances when she starts contributing. This mask is so stuffy. Contributing. Ugh. Y'all can't see it, but I just licked the mask and it tastes like mask. Besides, it's only fair that you would keep 100% of the profits from selling your own collection. So it wouldn't help anyone. Choose memories of a happy childhood and of your grandfather over a leech. This mask over a leech any day. We got a reply from OP's comment by Aphrodora. If she's an international student, her visa most likely has restrictions about what work, if any, she can do. That doesn't mean she's entitled to OP's stuff, and she should have planned better financially. But there may well be a good reason she can't just get a job. Tough Stretch replies to that. 100% of international students I've known have scholarships or grants that cover their living expenses or get support from their family back home or work at the university, or a mix of all of the above. Not saying all of them do, but it'd be really strange not to have this kind of support because you can't go to a whole other different country and work on a visa that limits your ability to work. But also not have any money to pay for a place to live and food to eat. This whole situation with the girlfriend is really weird and suspicious. Plus, she supposedly is too busy to work, but has ample time to binge Netflix. OP replies to that. I honestly don't know much about her because I'm not trying to talk to her as much as I can. I mean, honestly, I understand. She is from the Mauritius. Mauritius. Where is that at? I need to do more traveling. Oh, it's a country in East Africa. You would think that I would know that, huh? But if you thought that, based upon my skin color, it's a little discriminatory. And I do remember that before I wasn't letting travelers. Oh, that it wasn't letting travelers, but I just searched it up right now and it is allowing travel. So I'm not sure why she can't go home. She speaks French and I hear her talking French all the time with people, but I cannot be sure if it's her family or just friends. I'm not sure how rich she is either, except for the fact that she told us her other siblings also study in America. So I'm guessing that if her family can support 3 children studying abroad in America, they must be well off to an extent. I haven't seen her clothes because she just stays at home all day and wears pajamas, so I can't really assess her wealth. But she has a MacBook and iPhone. But my brother does too, so I'm not sure if that can be used to measure her wealth either. I specifically mentioned the Netflix because it shows the extent of how much she uses it. We share a Netflix account with my mom's coworkers, so our entire family uses one account. But my mom and dad usually watch shows like Office or The Good Place. My older brother usually watches competition shows like Ink Master or Hyperdrive. My younger brother watches stuff like Daredevil, All American, and I'm Modern Family and Gilmore Girls. Now, when you go into our Netflix, it's all Korean stuff. The most frustrating part is she's literally always using a TV. Like sometimes I'm tired from work, I'm a fast food worker, and I just want to watch some TV, and she's hogging it. I want to watch some TV before school. She's hogging it. I want to watch some TV after school, before work. She's hogging it. Nah, man, nah. She needs to go talk to her parents. She needs to have a deep conversation with her parents. That's the reality of things. Before your stuff gets stolen. Yeah, because there may be some issues with her visa. There may be things going on, but the realities are she is being a financial stressor on your entire family, your entire household. And this may cause issues with your bills, and no one needs to be homeless. Not in this economy. No. She needs to figure out a way to work, honestly. Fit check. Fit check. Come on now. You already know I had to come in with the fit check. If you thought I wasn't going to do it this episode, when I got this clean Spidey #1 shirt on, you must be crazy. You must be out of your mind. I mean, look. Stunting. You know I gotta keep some J's on my feet. Come on. One more time. Ooh. We're getting rid of the ones. As you come into adulthood, sometimes you just gotta change and grow. And I couldn't help but do a pair of 4s. Couldn't help myself. Am I the asshole for wanting to put a stop to my son's Spider-Man obsession? Do you want to or you don't want to? I'm confused. I have a 6, almost a 7-year-old son who's obsessed with Spider-Man. I appreciate that. He's been liking this for a few years, but it's become more intense over time. I can't remember the last time he wore something that didn't have at least one thing Spider-Man related. Whether it was a Spider-Man hat, a Spider-Man shirt, wearing a Spider-Man costume under his clothes, or literally just wearing a Spider-Man costume, period. I mean, what's wrong with that? I wear it underneath my clothes. How do you think I go out and I help and I save the day? And people who are in distress all the time, I just take my shirt off because I already got my fit underneath. I mean, come on now. I just keep my mask in my pocket. All right. As soon as he gets home from school, he changes into a Spider-Man PJs. Even when we're going to a formal event, he'll insist on wearing a Spider-Man shirt underneath his clothes. It's a little ridiculous. He's constantly watching Spider-Man movies or cartoons. Yo, he's 6. He's 6. It's gotten to a point where he literally acts like he's Spider-Man. He will constantly climb onto things and do the Spider-Man hand motion and sometimes yell out, "I'm Spider-Man." We went to China for a trip recently, and quite a few locals wanted to take pictures with him. Apparently, it's because he has very blonde hair, which Chinese people aren't used to, and he is cute. But my son was convinced it was because they thought he was Spider-Man. Yeah, they did. For some reason, you think having to put cute in quotations isn't accurate? Why would you think that they want to take pictures with your kid? You think it's because of his blonde hair? No, it's because they think he's a superhero. Come on, man. I understand he's just a kid, but I think he's getting a little old for this, and I think we should discourage it. I work full time, and my wife is home with him much more, and she thinks it's just adorable. And I feel she has been actively encouraging us by buying him so many Spider-Man related things and allowing him to dress up in his Spider-Man clothes constantly. If I ever try to refuse to let our son wear them, she thinks I'm being mean and tells him it's fine. She thinks I'm being an a-hole and acting so worked up about something so innocent, and he'll grow out of it. But my logic is, if we keep encouraging this obsession, how will he grow out of it? I feel he's going to start to get teased for this soon, and that we should put a stop to it now. Am I the a-hole here? Children shouldn't tease other children. If you think he's going to start getting teased, then that means you need to have a deep conversation with his teachers, and his teachers should have a deep conversation with the parents of the children who are learning this behavior from their parents. Let him enjoy being a kid. If you want to push him out and make him start feeling like an adult, okay, go right ahead. Go right ahead. He can learn about the harsh realities of the world. And that sometimes while Spider-Man is saving one person up the street over here in a different city, in a different borough, he's going to be in distress. And there won't be a Spider-Man to help him. You really, at the age of 6, want him to learn about the harsh realities of life? What, you want to teach him how to do his taxes? He's in 1st grade. Come on, man. Come on, man. I got a friend. I got a friend named Peter. And he loves Spider-Man. But he's in a 1-bedroom apartment. Tiny little 1-bedroom apartment. Makes great money working for this newspaper. He's got a master's degree. A master's degree. I think, and he's in a 1-bedroom apartment with his wife. Imagine if they had kids. That's the harsh realities of the world. You want him to learn about that? Come on now. Ugh. Top comment. Let's read this. By Red Queen Hypo. You're the asshole. Have you ever met any 6-year-olds? I wanted to be a cat at that age. Only acted out cat books and tried to wear cat ears to school. Guess who doesn't want to do that anymore? Just let him be a weird little blonde Spider-Man. He's hurting nobody, including himself. Yo, I know a Spider-Man in another universe. He's got blonde hair. Obviously, the Chinese people know something. Comment by a deleted user. He's 6, not 16. Matter of fact, I don't know anybody who doesn't want to be Spider-Man at whatever age they're at. Who doesn't want to go swinging through the city? Man, 20 stories up in the air going 70 miles an hour. Flip, whip. Flip, whip, stop. Flip, whip, stop. Flip, whip, stop. Sometimes when you got the organic webs, you gotta web, stop. You gotta tell the web what to do. You get used to it after a while, and you don't even tell the web. Your body, your silk glands and your spinneret are just attached to your nervous system, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Sergeant Sluggo says, your title and question don't match. You're the asshole. There's no reason to discourage a 6-year-old's obsession. I wonder if your thoughts are influenced with, like, what is it? If he was obsessed with baseball or football or NASA or sharks or anything else, would you feel the same? And OP replies to that. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize until after I submitted it. Yo, you didn't answer the question. If he was obsessed with baseball, or football, or NASA, or sharks, would you still feel the same? Because not everybody's about to go play professionally. Less than 0.1% of D1 athletes go to football. How many astronauts have we had, period? Let alone ones who have landed on the moon. Between you and I think we might just have enough fingers and toes to count them all. Bruh. Honestly, nobody's on his side. This dude got ratioed. He got ratioed. Bro, everyone wants to be Spidey, man. We're over here with our last story of the day. I'm sorry you guys only get me for such a short time, but I got to swing out of here and go save the city. You already know what's up. I really don't want to head out because Godzilla's out there again, but gotta do it for the crossovers. Gotta sell those comics. Make those residuals. We're gonna make sure damage control puts everybody's house back in order again this time. Oof, they did a bad job last time. We're over at r/Tfue with a post by Throw Spidey Away. Today I fucked up by trapping my boyfriend in a Spider-Man suit. Okay, I'm not trapped. I just had to check. Obligatory. This actually happened yesterday. Throwaway because my boyfriend doesn't want friends knowing. My boyfriend and I are going to a superhero party next week, and he bought a Spider-Man suit to wear. It's a one-piece with 2 zip pullers on the back, one from the top and one from the bottom to meet somewhere in the middle, covering his whole body and head. Technically a morph suit. Okay. He tried it on as soon as the package arrived. Just as I was getting ready to go out to the store, he was struggling to reach the zippers, so I pulled them together for him. The suit looked good, and he was happy. I left and didn't even think how he need help getting it unzipped. It turns out I had left both zip pullers in the middle of his back where he cannot reach it all. Oh my God. Oh, my back. My back. Oh, it's hilarious. Oh. He's pretty muscular, and there's a good 4 to 5 inches he can't get to. Yo, if you want to be Spider-Man, you gotta be flexible. Oh, actually, that's a little tight. Ooh, not in high school anymore. You always gotta stretch. To make matters worse, the costume has built-in gloves, so he could barely use his phone. I got back after about an hour and just burst out laughing as soon as I walked in and saw him. He was furious, which just made me even more hysterical. I effortlessly unzipped what he had been struggling with for an hour in 2 seconds. He's having second thoughts on the whole costume idea. He's about to try it on again and reluctant for me to zip him up. It was so funny, but I feel bad. Oh my God. Yo, I'm going straight to the comments. I can't even. Oh man. Top comment by OP. Okay, so he tried it on again and let me zip him up. He hasn't asked me to let him out yet. Wondering if he's found a way to do it himself. Will update. Immediate reply. He has not found a way to do it himself and will screw it again. I have assisted. LOL. INFJ she. Infj. That's a weird username. Drop a comment. Wetsuits have an attached leash on a zipper just for this issue. Make the poor guy's day by attaching a string for him. Honestly, a web-like string would be dope. And OP replies, he was trying to figure out an idea based on string, but they are tiny invisible zips with no hole to tie onto. Oh, they must be on the inside. Okay, that makes sense. You just got to get muscular and get like a form-fitting suit like your boy. Got to get dieseled out, diesel, but still flexible. Not bodybuilder. You just need big lats. That's it, man. You want to be able to crawl on the walls. You got to be like Miguel. Spider-Man 2099. All you need is big lats. That's it. He's still flexible. Bella from Switzerland dropped a comment. This story is in reverse. I used to get help zipping up in a dress in the morning. Then one morning I forgot as I was running late and only realized midday in the canteen. You used to get help zipping up in a dress in the morning. And OP asked, how did you get it unzipped? And Bella says, I remember I texted my bestie then and there to share the funny story. I think I just covered it with the jacket. Oh. You didn't have that puppy zipped up at all. Ooh. At another time, I was wearing a pair of leggings under my dress that started rolling down. I had my tray with my food in both hands and had to waddle through the whole ordeal of a place until I could at least sit at a table and figure out how to get to the restroom. Oh my. Oh my. Is she the Don, number one? Drops a comment. No, you didn't. This is just hilarious. I have a cousin who I put in a similar situation. I put a sticker on a spot on his back, which he can't reach, and proceeded to watch him struggle to get it. All this because he likes flexing with his shirt off in the gym. Who doesn't? I know you do. Come on, huh? Is she the Don? And OP replies, brilliant. Did he manage to get it off himself? And Ishii says, no. I watched him struggle until he began to rage, so I just took it off. But now I know what to do if he ever gets on my bad side. Oh my. And OP replies, you can also assume he'll be pretty screwed if you ever get him to wear something that zips up the back. May come in handy someday. Oh my. Yo, let's go read an update. 4 years ago, my boyfriend, now husband, 33 male, and I, 33 female, were going to a costume party. He tried on his costume a week before. I zipped up the back and went out without realizing there was no way he could reach to undo himself. So he was stuck for over an hour until I got back. Today, our 6-year-old nephew is Spider-Man obsessed, and we remember we still had that costume. So my husband put it on to surprise him. Once again, I zipped him, and he even reminded me I need to let him out after. My sister came to our house with her kids, and the plan was I was going to go out with them today, leaving husband at home. You can see where this is going, right? Nephew loved to surprise me and Spider-Man, went outside to put some stuff in the car, and husband sat down to await unzip after the kids were gone. Of course, I forgot to go back in, and we all left. 2 hours later, I came home to find a very angry Spider-Man sitting on the couch watching football. I made him promise to forgive me before I zipped it. My nephew was very excited to see Spider-Man again sometime, so I hope my husband trusts me to ever go in it again. Oh, man. Top comment by Drunk747. Drunk with an O. Tell husband to attach lace or a strap so he can reach it at the next entrapment. And OP replies, we tried a lot of this kind of idea last time. Sadly, the zip is the tiny invisible kind. There is no hole in the zip puller to attach anything. He really wanted a solution for independent toilet breaks at the party we went to, but we couldn't get anything to work. And John replies, through the hole of the zip puller, which is attached to the zipper itself. I'm not sure if that one is attached via the hole. There is a hole, but it's tiny. I've forgotten all about this one. But in one of his experiments before the party, he managed to get a tiny thread through that hole. It wasn't strong enough and broke off. It was pulling the zip up. And he was back through and asking me to let him out again. Oh, you know what? Don't know why I am here. 42 drops the comment. Fishing line. That's what I use. It's clear and much stronger than thread. And OP replies, this could work. Or maybe a very thin wire. Joining into a more substantial shoelace or something. Honestly, though, he's not too concerned about solving it. If he wears it again, it will be in the house when I'm here. It's an entertain nephew. So getting a zip won't be a problem. Surely I wouldn't mess up 3 times. Yo, and with that, I think I'm going to get out of my suit before I get stuck. I want to appreciate you guys for coming to this episode of The Intelligent Idiots. I would like to thank all you beautiful, wonderful, intelligent people and you poorly educated, can't swing or crawl on walls, idiotic people. I want you to have a beautiful, wonderful day, night, week, month, and year. And Spider-Man, again, comes to you with a quote. With great power, there must also come great responsibility.